Well, welcome everybody back to Flying Dog House. We're going to take a look today at the NX Cub, the Cubcrafters NX Cub in Microsoft Flight Simulator 24. And we're going to do that over at Muscle Shoals, KMSL, Northwest Alabama Regional. Let's get to it. Okay, well, we are sitting on the ramp at Muscle Shoals, KMSL, Northwest Alabama Regional, as we promised. And I'm not going to call this a part 2, although I'm going to call it a part 2. We took a look in a previous video at the NX Cub. We're going to take a look at this variant. This is the NX Cub. It has a nose wheel. So we can go ahead and get some of our pre-flight stuff out of the way. Alright, get rid of that. Get rid of the chocks. I want to walk over here and take care of the pitot cover. I like to be able to see my airspeed. Alright, and we're in the process right now of doing some beta testing here at Muscle Shoals. This is a Two Dogs designed custom airport. And it's had lots of love applied to it. Even the concrete textures have been given some love and some attention to detail. And there's some custom hangers here with hangar doors that work. Anyway, we'll be releasing that soon on Flightsim.to. It's taken us a minute to get to this point. But we're looking forward to that. So at any rate, we're going to jump here in the NX Cub, get this started up, and we're going to have a quick circuit here at Muscle Shoals, and we'll talk about this particular variant at the end of the flight. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in the aircraft. Okay, here we are in the plane. So, a couple things quickly. There are some bugs. So some of the switches don't work, some of the lights. So that's a frowny face. Mixture full rich. Throttle is cracked. Fuel selector is good. Battery on. Avionics master on. Alternator is on. Okay. Let this spin up for a sec. Parking brake is on. And we've got a good engine start here. Jump outside the plane. Okay, so what's the difference between the NX Cub and the NX Cub? Well, obviously this is tricycle landing gear. So it is going to handle differently on the ground. So just keep that in mind. So if you want something that's low and slow, and you're not quite ready to try to tackle the tail dragger approach, then you might want to give this one a shot. Okay. Alright, so we are sitting on the ground here in Muscle Shoals. And as I mentioned earlier, this is a Two Dogs Designs project, so props to my partner in crime with that endeavor. The attention to detail that has gone into this is absolutely amazing. And we are working on beta testing this for 2024. So this has not been, the 2024 updates have not been released. And there are a few issues, obviously, from the 2020 to 2024 launch. So if you are using this in 24, you're going to see a few things. But we're working on the beta test right now, so we should have that published shortly. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off and have a brief fly here and then come back in. So welcome to the recording capital of the world. So if you're curious about the history of Muscle Shoals, you want to look at Fame Studios and Muscle Shoals Sound and just take a peek at how many songs you may have heard were recorded here. The list is just gobsmacking. Anyway. We've got clearance. So we will go ahead and make our way out to the active. And the sim is being a little jumpy today. It's not feeling its best. All right. So not a lot of tap dancing on the rudder pedals for sure. Although the choppy is no fun. But, you know, I have now reached the place where if the sim is doing funky things, then we shouldn't edit those things out. But you should get a realistic experience. Because this stuff is going to happen to you. Yeah, we won't go all the way out to the VOR. And one of the things you definitely see in some of the photography for Muscle Shoals is the water tower here. Don't think it's got Muscle Shoals written on it, but in the sim anyway. Well, we're going to overfly the airport. So all of the taxiway lights and runway markings and taxiway markings have been painstakingly redone. And there was a little bit of poetic license taken here too, so since this is headquarters for half of Two Dogs Designs, we built ourselves a hangar here, so we did afford ourselves that luxury. At any rate, I'll be putting up a a post in the post section, and we may do a launch video for the airfield once we get it finished. And I'm also currently working on my World War II airfields scattered here and yon, so a bit of cleanup for 24 was necessary, so trying to work our way through that as well. So, and if you have downloaded any of those and are still using those in 2020, we appreciate you doing that. So, and I'll put a link in the description for the airfields that we have up on Flightsim.to. And we'll just very gently make our way down. I am not in a hurry. But we are going to land long here, it looks like. Yeah, we're going to go around. So that's one of the things that I see people making mistakes on in the sim. And in the real world, it'll get you killed. Don't force a landing. If you didn't get it right, go around. Practice, get comfortable with the operating speeds of the plane. And it just pays to be disciplined. We're going to get probably down to about 65-ish. And then we'll turn. And you won't be, recording and talking and all those other fun things while you're flying, so you'll have much better opportunity to dot the I and cross the T here. All right. Went on to the touchdown aiming point here. We are going to go a little long, but we're okay. And there we go. Again, it's very, very comfortable on the ground. And here's our taxiway. And we'll get ourselves woed up here. Definitely fun to fly. Definitely need to have the bugs fixed in the cockpit. Should be able to turn your lights on. Those are sort of the bare minimums in terms of system functionality that you would expect. So that one needs to get fixed. And we're not going to cover the same ground that we covered with the NX Cub. All right. So if you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe, make a comment. I'm going to put a poll up for our next set of aircraft that we're going to take a peek at. Alright, and we will pretend that we have gotten ground clearance to continue our taxi across this runway. There we go. And we're back where we started. right, so here we go. Cubcrafters NX Cub. I'll give it a solid C. Bugs aside, still fun. All right, I'm gonna leave it here. As always, hope everybody is keeping well. And until next time, cheers, y'all.